All right. So you saw what I did just now. I've registered this user Adiola, and I tried to log in with uh, the same user I registered. Then I got no. Why do you think I had no? Did you get this? Did anyone get this when they were working on this? Okay. So what? Okay, okay. Anyone? Let me look at the student speaking, the person speaking. Wait. Hold on. Okay, who said they got no? Okay, Suleiman. Okay, in favor. No, I just registered the person now. Yes, I just. Where is my. Where's my postman? Okay, so I just registered this user. Okay, so you should know why you get this error. So the first time I registered this user, I had a successful message, right? And I got an error occurred. Now, the reason is because although that's another thing you should note. You must always have a very correct error message for you to troubleshoot um, an issue. But right now, I'm having a very wrong error message. Why? Uh, because uh, because that's what we put in our code. Anyway, an error occurred. Please review your output and try again. What this is saying is that this user has already been registered before now, and you can only register this user once. Their username and password is unique. So if you are registering this user again, then you will get this error. That's what this one means. So imagine if I decide to put 1 in front of Adiola, I'll say Adiola 1. Okay. It becomes unique again. Right? Okay. Now, look at the login I got the other time that gave me null. Let me press it again. The reason I got null the other time, I think it's because of what? The token. All right? The bearer token. So the reason some of you were having issues the other day, all right, was because from the code, all right, it depends on how the application has been designed. If the application is designed such that your authorization is supposed to be from the header, talking about the header now, what it means is when you have your authorization in your header, or when you have some other data added to your header, it means that alongside with your request, we want all of this also to be sent. All right? We want all of these requests to follow along with this other request, this login. Okay, so because when you are logging in, we want to check, is this person authorized to do what? To log in. There are different kinds of authorization. You can read about it. Okay, so let me see what is happening here. Another thing is, as you advance in your API testing, you discover that you might not need to be entering this all of the time. You make use of variables. You make use of variables to let me log in with this user I just created. I used Adiola once. This I use Adiola one's authorization token, so I have to also use Adiola one's login parameter. So I also have to use this. So it is successful. It is successful because number one, when I register with this user, I got this token. Then I make sure I copy this same token and I use this same user that was created in the previous one, right? It is not an old user or a user that you created last week. No, it's the user you just created that is attached to that token. So That is why I'm able to, not here, from header. That was why I was able to input it here. The one here is, just remove it. You don't need it. It's not the one working, it is the header working. All right, so just so you know, yeah. So it is from the header. Now, we have successfully logged in. Now that you are logged in, the next thing is get student, right? We said you can use get or post in this. Yeah, so we have get student. So students are already registered, right? Uh, yeah, it is assumed that they already registered, but you can also register them. So by the way, the reason I involve UI testing is also because once you log into the application, if you have come here to create, I mean to log in, then it means that you can log into the application. So let's try to log in with my Adeola one. Okay, so I have Adeola one and Adeola. Okay, so I have Adeola one here. All right, so Adeola one registered, and this user can actually see 10 students, 16 teachers, and 7 subjects. All right, now this user here can decide to create what? Students. And once he creates student on this platform, he can then go back to Postman to get the number of students. That's one thing you can do with post and get for students. Another thing you can do for post and get students is you can decide to create students from Postman, right? And then come back to this place to view if the student is here already, as you have created it on Postman. All right, so either ways, that's how you do for what? For get post for student. So let's see if we can create students on Postman. We'll do post first, and then we will now get the student we have created. So every student has a student ID. All right, let's assume I'm creating a new student without looking at that. So every student has a first name, a last name, an email, a major, minor, and that's it. So when I'm creating my students, I will consider first name, last name, email, major, minor. Okay, so I'll come here. Let me create a request. By the way, I will duplicate my login and then rename it. The reason I'm duplicating and renaming is because I don't want to start copying things from headers, and not to waste time. So I have, what am I trying to get? I want to post student, right? Students. So I want to post students, and the URL is what? Post v1 these students. Students. Okay. So we said that you have to check. So there's first name, there's last name, there's email address, major and minor. First name. Okay. Form data, right? Body. First name. How is that? Sorry. There's something I'm looking at here. School projects. Okay. First name, last name, email, and address. First name, last name, email address, email address, majors, major and minus minus. I think there was a time I did this one when I was still working on the locals. Okay. Uh, oh, I guess most of us created the first name and last name from the app. How many of you created students from Postman? You created student from Postman. Can I see your hands? You did. Ooh, let me see. I want to see who did that. Hold on. Okay, who? Again? You created student from Postman. Karen. Oh, impressive. Eh? And Favor. And okay, that's nice. And Dari, okay, you also created. So how did you see? How did you know the keywords to use in your form data? How did you know that you or any one of you that created students from? Okay, yeah, please go on. How did you know the that you're supposed to put underscore first name underscore something here? How did you know that? Okay. Oh, nice one, nice one. So someone else, please. How did you go about it? Good. Interesting. So you've learned the principle of exploring. That is exactly what you have done. You explored it, okay? And then it gave you an hint on how it works. And then you went back and then went back until it was perfect, right? So that is how you explore an application. Nice one. So what is this one saying? Check spelling, not found. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, I was like, okay, I didn't give you more information on creating of students, all right, but I actually also know that even if you don't create student with Postman, you can get student, and from getting student, you can then go back and do what, and create students. So but looking at what I did before now, I discovered that you can for you to actually request for or to, I mean request to create a first name resource on the server, it means that you have to follow a format by writing first underscore name, last underscore name, all right. So that is how it's actually supposed to be. So I'm going to just come here, get students. Oh, sorry, I didn't put my this has to persist all through. Persist means that this token has to be for every request you send. Okay, now let me put it here. Where is it? Requests oh, sorry. Okay, so if you go through getting it first before posting, then you might likely see informations like this: first name first underscore name, last underscore name, and so on. So this can give you an idea on how you put your how you write your key value here. So this is the key. First underscore name, last underscore name, then email address. Email address say the same thing. Okay, email address, major, major is major, minus is minus. Okay, major and minus. Okay, so the first name I want to create is I've used Adeola one for the password, so probably Adeola is also still part of the name. So I will say Adeola, um, give me a name or John. Okay, Adeola dot John at gmail.com. Gmail.com. Okay, so for major, let me see something that looks like it's major. What could a major be? Major, major. Okay. Oh, major. There is no subject here. Subject ID, everything is no. No. Why am I seeing a lot of no? Okay. It's like some of you did not create major subjects. Students without major. Okay. Let me see if I can okay, because I think there is a format to creating major. I will leave it open for now. Maybe when we get to creating subjects, then I will come back and create a student with a major. Okay, so we'll send this. What's this thing still giving me? Post students. Okay, I will use the same thing I used here. Don't forget, it is still the login token that we persist. Copy. Oh, mm, okay. Not found. Is there something wrong here? Anyone? Hope you are looking at the screen. Okay, like the way you did. Okay. So we already have list of students here. So it will say, let me remove it. So it will say, mm, let's follow your process. Okay, now let me remove everything. But I'm getting the same thing. There must be another. Let me see. Let me see if my login is still logging in. Okay. Students, let me check my project. Okay, so students, that's API slash v1 slash slash. Oh, there's no odds. I was looking at it. I was wondering what is going on. Okay, so there is API slash v1 slash student. I think that's it. Aha. Okay. So that is it. So if originally you send this, it will say invalid token login again. Yeah, I know it has changed. The moment I clicked on login the other time, it changed my token. So you have to now copy the new token generated. And that's the essence of variables. But you don't need that for now. Okay, so I will. What am I getting? Login. Yes, go on. Mm. Oh, sorry. That's true. But this is what is making use of. It should not conflict though. Please enter a first name. So this was the method you guys used. After doing this, it asks you to enter first name. Then you started entering it one after the other. Say first name is Adeola, and then you send. Then enter last name. Then you say John, and then you send. You say enter email. Say John at gmail.com. Then you send, and then once, even though these ones are just, but if I select it, say an error has occurred, improve, review your output. And even if you click it again, okay, it is unique. So all of these are unique in this database. Let's continue. We've been able to post one student. Now we need to finish this thing. Now let's hope that this student is created. We get students. Look for Adeola John. By the way, are we having the latest? Do we have the latest authorization? So you get students. Okay. Okay. Who are we looking for, Adeola John? What is the date anyway? This thing, is it carrying date? Today is 30th March. Some of you worked at 5:29 a.m. Interesting. Okay. Friday. Get all students. Is it just me? I can't see any ideology. Okay. You know what? Let's go to our UI. And look for ideology. Okay. You know what I did is just to refresh. Okay, I can't click from there. That must be one of the bugs. So. Okay. Adiola John is here. With a student ID ST. So you can get a student through their ID. How come I'm asking to get all the students and I can't get it? Let's check again. Get a student. What? Did he put this URL itself there? Okay. ST33. What's ST33? Okay. Signature expired. Should just tell me authentication expired. All our these our error messages is so I have Adeola John and a student ID of 172. But am I sure Adeola John is not showing here? Where is this student giving me ST33? Just students. Something is wrong with our filter. Do you see the bug I am saying? Hope somebody caught this bug. Get our students should get the list of all students. Okay. This date is 30th March. So this is not getting the one we are doing right now. It stopped at 5:29. Okay. So that is some bug there. And this is the next endpoint that says get one student, that student slash a student ID, string ID. So we have get, put, delete for that one. So I've done one get. It remains put and delete. Okay. So let's try put and delete out. Put students. Delete students. Still have some time, right? Let's be fast. Okay, so for put students. How do we do this one? Okay, so for the student we created the other time, what is that student again? Adeola John something something. So we will use the same Adeola John. First name, last name. Email address. I will update the email and change it to another email. Okay. So I will say, what is the name of this student? Capital A. So we have capital A, Adeola John. Then I'll say Johnny dot a gmail.com. So the email that was created the other time is adiola.john@gmail.com, if you recall. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is, I want to modify the resource that is already created on the server. So I will do this. What's that resource again? I think it's 172. The student ID. Yeah, ST 172. Right, ST 172. Our usual signature, the authorization. I'm using this. Hope there is no other one. Okay. Then in the headers, I'll put you can't update the email address field. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So what else should I update? So I will try and update another one. The username. So the first name, right? Say Ademola. It's still giving me email address. Okay. So what do we have? We have, you have successfully edited the students. Have I been saving this thing? I should be saving it too. Voila. Okay. All right, so we have put, and the next one is delete. Why are you not coming down? Come down. Okay, so the student we just created now, or we can just look for another resource. Let's go and look for a student on this app and see if we can delete it. So we have so many students. Let me see, who should I delete to? This HFFF. Student Karen. Hope you don't mind me deleting you. Okay, let me look for another student. But there are two Vera. Okay, let's delete. No, there are so many Vera. So we delete one Vera. So let me see this one. See. Okay. Yeah, so I can say student ID, right? First name, last name, first name is what is the first name? What's the first name? Vera Mikai. Okay. So student C72, we want to delete you. So we have delete this student C72 having first name and last name as this. Make sure that you persist your authentication. I have this. No, why are you copying the token? Okay, so I have delete. You have successfully deleted the student with the following student ID ST672. Is that true? Let's check. 672, right? Refresh. Okay, it appears as if the student has been deleted. Okay, C72 is gone. All right, so let's go on. We have done delete. We have done delete. We are done with students. I think we are done with students. The next we'll be moving on to is teachers. So teachers, we have get and post. Get and post, view all teachers and add a teacher. All right, so I will duplicate one of this and rename it to teachers. Get teachers. So I wonder why I made this thing small like that. It should all be uniform. Okay, so I want to get all teachers from which endpoint now? V1 teachers. Okay, I have npeg V1 teachers. So let's use a general method of trying to just click on it and see what it brings out. I think this should still persist. Yeah. Okay. So I have, these are my teachers. Of course, it did not list out all the teachers. Maybe somewhere in the code we ask it to truncate once it gets to certain lists. I don't know, but of course it's not. I'm sure it's not displaying out the list of teachers. Just like it happened for students. It's like it's not listing everything. So that can be a bug. Okay, so we have teachers, get teachers. So what do we need in order to get teachers? Let me see from the UI. I have teachers here. Teachers have student ID, staff ID, first name, last name, email, the subjects. Okay, so I can add a teacher. I can add a teacher. Let's say. No, you can add from here, but we're not adding from here. So first name, last name, email, and subject dot. Get teachers, get teachers. Okay, when we did get student, what? Okay, we just got student generally. Okay, just like get teachers, but we want to get a teacher. I think there is, okay, there is get a teacher string. So let's duplicate this and say get a teacher. Cancel. Get a teacher. So we have get a teacher. So get a teacher. Okay, it is a teachers from the endpoint slash. Now, among the list of teachers we saw here the other time, I think we can get a teacher from here. Let me get this teacher. Okay. So for teachers, why is there no post for teachers? Of course there is. Okay, so let's post. So we've done get all teachers, we've done get just one teacher. Now let's try to create a teacher. We should create a teacher. So for one teacher, they have first name, last name, staff ID. Let's create a teacher. Duplicate and rename this one to teacher and make this a post and say teachers. Okay, so we want to post now a teacher as attribute first name, last name, staff ID. First name, last name, staff ID. What other thing? First name, last name, staff ID, and get our teachers as and subject, of course, right? Let's see. What does this teacher have here? First name, last name, email, subject, thoughts. So if you want to create teacher, email, subject, thoughts, email, subject, thoughts. Here is my teacher. Is it this? Email. So I don't think this is not required for creating a resource. So you only get this ID when you have created it, like it's automatically added to it. So we have first name, last name, email, address. Let's stop at this. And subject dot. Since, okay, we've not gotten to subject, so I will pass that for now. When we have created subjects, then we'll come back and add subjects to the teachers we create. Okay, so we have first name, last name, email. So I will say Margaret. dot Maggie dot James. Okay, let's see what we have here. I think you have successfully created a new teacher with a staff ID. So you see that this staff ID was attached to it. So we have, I think, are we done with teachers now? We have get teachers, we have get a teacher. If you don't get a teacher, get all teachers and create a teacher. We are done with teachers. Okay, now what do we do now? What should we do next? We have subjects. Subjects, get all subjects, and just like the rest. So I will duplicate this and post a subject. Subjects. So I have subjects at the endpoint. I want to create a subject. Okay, so how do I create a subject? I will come here and check if I want to create a subject, what is required. I need a name, a teacher ID, and a description. Okay, a name, a teacher ID. So I have a name, a teacher ID, and a description. Okay. All right. So we are creating a subject, right? So we can say introductory technology. Okay. Introductory technology. Teacher ID. Let's leave that. Description. We say secondary school subjects for junior students. Teacher ID. How does our teacher ID look like the last time we created a teacher? It has TC. So let me just use this teacher and give this teacher a subject. I will say teacher ID this. All right. Don't forget your authorization. Are you authorized to create this resource on the server? Okay. So I have. All right. So this user, this subject has been created with a subject ID this. Secondary school subject for blah, 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 blah. So it should be visible on the UI now. So we just go to subject. Let me close this. Imagine that close cross is not working. Hope you saw that bug too. Okay. You know how many bugs I've seen just now? Okay, I think it's working, so it's not bug. Okay. Now, close is also working. Okay, great. What did we just create now? We created introductory technology for this teacher. And I think it is fine, except that there are other attributes for subject like major student. Is it subject? Yeah. Major student in subject. Should that be? Major students, minor students. I thought it should be okay, okay. So let's deal with this major minor when we are done with students. So we've created subject. Now let's get a subject. Let's get a subject. We say get a subject. Get a subject. What's the idea of the subject we created just now? Okay, I have this. Then I can say get this subject. And there, let me quickly save these things. Okay, that one is saved. Save. 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 All right. So we are on subject. Get a subject, and there we have introductory technology with all the details. Now get all subjects. Get all subjects. Get all subjects. I'll just remove the A there. And ask it to get all subjects. Okay. So, so I have all subjects here. It's truncating it somehow. The list is not, it's not showing everything. All right. Now, what is the next thing? I think we are done with all the endpoints. Now, there's an issue with I'm seeing something right now. Every student should have a major subject and a minor subject. So on the topic of subjects, let's see again. So we have subject. Let's follow it by looking at the UI. So I'm going to minimize this page. How do I do that? I want to share two screens. Okay. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? Well, you look as if. Hello, am I still audible? Okay, my headphone has decided to go off. So now, hold on, 1 minute. So so that we have I guess I will just open. Let me bring the other browser here so that um, Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible? Oh, I'm just hearing you. I've been saying I'm audible. I didn't hear anything. Okay. So I just wanted to ensure that I am done with this API part, but something still looks unclear because every student, the student we created the other time, did not have a major or minor, and they're supposed to have it. So, but my screen is very tiny, and I need to just show. Oh, I need to like share two screens. I think I'll be able to share it now. So I will just minimize the two screens. I mean the two, and then share it like this. Okay. Did any of you test responsiveness when you were testing? Responsiveness of this application. Remember, it is part of UI testing. This is supposed to be Adeola one. Like responsiveness is where I just minimize this browser and I'm still able to see everything. I should still be able to see everything, meaning that any device should be able to access your application. All right. Yeah, talking on the subject of students, let's go to students. Oh, wow. There is a problem. There is a visibility issue here. Okay. So this is students. We said if you are creating a new student, then you should have a first name, a last name, an email, a major, and a minor. However, there is something that there's a rule you have to follow in creating, um, let me see again. It's not really a rule like that, but let's see if we can update students. All right, we've created students, right? And I can see a whole lot of students without major and minor. So let's do something. Let's update some of these your students and give them a major and a minor. I guess we can do that. So we discover every subject has SB. I've seen that anyway. Subjects. Let's look at it here. Get subjects. Get subjects. It starts with SB, and I think teachers start with TC, right? Staff ID, TC, subject SB, and I think student ST. Students ST. So it's just the rule. Then we'll use that to create, so to update. So we have get students here. All right. So let's start with the first student on our list here. There's a student here called Viclo. So you already know what to do if you're updating. We've done one put already. So I will update this student. Do I do this? Okay. I have this student here. I will say no, let me use this endpoint. Okay. Let me use this endpoint. It will be easy to use this endpoint. So this student here has a student ID 686. So I want to update. Where is get a student? Did we do get a student? It seems we did not do get. Okay, we did it. Why is it below? Okay. So this is get a student. So I will update this student. I will update the students and give this student. So we know this student has a first name. No, I will not use first name. Okay, so I want to update the major, right, and the minor. So I will say major and what? Minors. Okay. So when you say get all students, we have major and we have minors. Okay. So I can call this major as because major is talking about subjects. So that's SB, SB 100, then SB 200. Okay, let me assume I can do this. So I want to put, okay. Am I changing? I think I should just create another endpoint. Let me duplicate. Sorry, hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I'm thinking I should have just created another endpoint put, since I'm trying to update a student. Let me just say put student. So I will not save this. Now we'll come back here. This is what I wanted to do. So I want to update some of these students that you already created with majors and minor subjects. So I have this student here. Okay, I have this student here. I said major and I said minor and I said subject is SB, let's say 110, SB 300, then SB 501, SB okay. Okay, minus SB 200. Put. Let's see how this goes. One or more subject IDs you enter is invalid. Subject IDs. Okay. What does that mean anyway? Let's see. Major. Okay. It is just major. Okay. Let's see. 853429. I don't know why I have to follow this one. It's okay. Let me just 853 41. Okay, I guess. Uh, was any of you able to update major and minor subject for students? An existing subject code. Okay, let's try it out. Subject. So we have list of all subjects, right? Okay. So subject ID. Okay, so we cannot manufacture a new subject ID. It has to exist. Okay, good. That's a great part of the rule or precondition that one can use. Put a student. So we can use this. Get subject, Abby. So I have one subject here that I've copied. Then I can also copy this subject here. Okay. So with that I can update the students. I think I can update the students like that. So Vicky DJD should be updated by now. This first person here under students. Let's see. So I can see introductory technology, but I can't see any major. Okay, so I have students. Okay, this person 686 does not have minor. Maybe there's a mistake somewhere. Okay, so this is the student I'm trying to update. I have a major. Let's check, is it actually a major subject? So list of subjects, we have what? Government. I was actually the one that created this subject, so because I still remember this government, all this. No. Okay, yeah, there were some data up there before you guys started working. Machine learning. Okay. 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 Anyway, let me see what is going on. There is SB709, but we don't know if it is a major or minor. There's SB709. There is 686. Okay, let me use it for these students. 709,686, and that was what I did. Except that major did not update, and that was why I was thinking that maybe this will work. It did work though. Let me see. No, this is not what I'm. Okay. So let me refresh this. Refresh. And students. Bolaba. What exactly is that? Okay, somebody actually created something and called it Bolaba, a subject, and call it Bolaba. Okay, so we have the major and the minor now. All right, so we have major and minor now. So you can actually do this, update all your student records like this. Now, looking at teachers, there are some teachers too that don't have subject taught. So let's see if we can update teachers' record too. So for subject taught now, okay, we have SB, whatever. So I can come here to subject list again and maybe pick, let's see, the ones I've not picked before. Get subject, yeah, SB221 and 128. 221 and 128. Let me do that for the first one, yeah. 221 128 221 128. Okay. Okay, put teacher. All right. And this one will be subject dot. All right. Let me just say, I hope that will make it. Okay, so for every teacher, no, for every subject, I think I should check teachers instead. Get teachers. Where is teachers? Get teachers. Subject dot should be here. I can't find it. But I just hope I name it right. So I have put teacher and I want to update. Okay, so I got it right. So I have update this teacher. So let's see, is one of the teachers updated? I did it for this first one. So if you refresh, I think you should see. Okay, so history and language. All right, close. Okay, so for subjects, okay, what we have teacher, major student, and minor student. So we can do that for maybe the first item here. All right. 938 subjects. So let's check. Teacher, major students, minor students. Subject. Okay. Subject. I'll call this one put subject. Okay. For this subject, which one? This is the one I'm supposed to update, not the other one. Put subject. Wait, I created a put just now. I have two puts. I should not. Okay, this is the one I had before now. Let me rename it. Rename. maybe I should. So for the other puts I've done, I have put student. Hi. Put student. Okay. I have not saved it. That's why it's not showing that. If I saved it, save it now. Put, where is it? Put student, put a student. There is put student, there's put a student. Okay, same thing with teachers. I think I've done for teachers. Get a subject, put a subject, and put a student. Put a student. Put a subject. Okay, so that is done. Now going back to what I'm trying to update, I have I have subjects. A subject with subject ID this. Let's just see. A subject with this subject ID. I want to update the. Am I going to update? How many attributes? Teacher, major, students, minor students. Teacher, major, students, minor, students. I guess it's the student ID, and let me see again. What do you think it will be? Teacher, major, students, minor, students. So by saying major student, I think you are referring to the subjects that the students are offering, right? So on the basis of that, again, we'll check subjects. Yeah, but it is students. So let me go to students and see. So this first student here does not have any major or minor. Let me check this one. This one has yeah, this one has minor. Okay, but no major. Let's see if the amplifier will find any majors. Okay, minor, no major, minor, no major. Okay, minus. How come everybody is minus? Okay, so let me go back to put subject. Let me see. I don't know. I'll leave this one open. I'll be sorry, it should be this. I'll leave this one open. Then I will say teacher. Teacher should be. How do we define teachers again? Get a teacher. Something like this. So I have put a subject. Give this subject this teacher. Okay. What else? Major student. I find it difficult to get a major student. Should I check? Let me just check here. Major students. Okay. Oh, this student. Yeah. This student said that we updated now as a major. Let's hope. that we can use this student here. Oh, by the way, he has, oh, okay, he's both a major student and a minor student. Yeah, that's true. So let's see. Oh, wonderful. So I have, you have successfully edited the subject, and so let's check how far with the subject we have edited. I have this, refresh. Okay, it should be the first one, right? I'm not sure. I think I picked from the first one, from the first page. I think teacher or subjects, right? Subjects. Oh, this is the subject, right? It's not showing. It's not showing. I've also edited the subject. So if I've edited this 938, let's check again. This is subject 938. Then it should show. It should show the teacher and the major student. Should I log out? Let me log out and log in again. That's another bug. It should redirect me back to the login page. Okay, so I have Adeola one. Subject. Can you see what I am saying? Okay, so on my endpoint API, it told me that I've successfully updated this subject ID 938. Oh, is it not 938 we used? 938. Subjects 938 with teacher 359. 359 with teacher 359. Okay, so who is this 359? Let's see. Teacher 359 is Karen Martins. Okay, so we are supposed to see Karen Martins here. But what are we seeing? Okay, let's assume that there's a problem with this first subject we have selected. Let's check on, but every other one has a teacher. Every other one has a teacher. Okay, let's pick another teacher for this subject. Let's say we pick, oh, maybe because the teacher we picked here does not have any subject. Could that be? Okay, so what if we pick a teacher that has a subject? That's T124. Let's check T124. T124. Oh, what exactly just happened? Okay, CC124. It updated it again. Okay, since you're updating it, let me get this person. Get subject 938 does not have a teacher. He didn't create it, but so you see the problem. He did not update this, but yet it's telling me that it's updated it. By the time I said, okay, get this subject, then you see that the teacher is not actually updated. It's not actually updated. Okay. Oh, no post. I wanted to put. Okay. So you see, it's not actually updated. So let's do something. That's one of the bugs too. Now for the subject that, let's see if we can update this. Okay, here we said, what teacher did we use here again? We used TC, because we've not actually updated from the app since for a while. So let's update TC124. TC124. Okay, so it looks like on the app you can update major students and minor students, but on the API it did show that I can update. It tells me I can update, but of course I don't think so. Okay, so this 938 now has a teacher. So it updated teacher, but there is no space for major and minor, right? So did you see that bug? The bug about updates. This should be what? Update subject. After you've updated it, you should just say update subject, right? Not edit subject. Okay, yeah, very label. Okay, so how then did we come about the minor student and the major students? The one we created earlier is introductory. Okay, so we added minor student. Okay, fine. Okay, this was the one we created in class. All right, so nice one, guys. So that is everything about the API test, right? And the UI testing. As for the UI testing, you will now have discovered from everything we've done by now, you should have noticed that there are a lot of bugs in this application. In fact, a whole lot of bugs. Checking responsiveness, like we checked the other time, you discover that it is not totally responsive. Some screens will not be able to use this application, mobile phone tabs and all of that. All right. If my tab is like this now, for example, now look at this. Yeah, it's almost overlapping. That's one. The two is this toggle sidebar. By the time you click on toggle sidebar, everything this toggle is white and I can't even see it well visually. Now this is wrong. Plus my menu has disappeared. I can't really see all the menu list again. Okay, that's on that screen. Now talking about each of these statistics that you see here. So I think they are just static. You can't click on it to view. So you can't click on this to view unless you come here to view it. So on the students, another thing that should be on this page is pagination. So what if I have 50 students? How do we move from one page to another, right? So it does not have what? Pagination. What other thing? Filter. So even if you have pagination, shouldn't we arrange this student according to maybe their student ID, or filter by maybe capitalization A to Z, letters A to Z, whatever, filter by email and so on. That should apply to all other tables too. Then what other thing now? We talked about edit the other time, and this should carry something like maybe update teacher, update student, update subject, and then you close. Then we talked about log out. So once you log out, it's fine, you successfully log out. Then you want to log in again. By the time you're clicking on submit, it should redirect you to what? To the login page, instead of it still remaining on the logout page. Okay, so you click on submit and it's not redirecting you back to the login page, meaning that there is an issue here. Unless I manually remove logout, I won't be able to log in. Okay, so that is all. We have overspent time. I guess it's because we didn't start on time, but yeah, I think I'm on point, like in terms of time. So yeah, that is all we have for our project. Thank you so much for participating in this project.